So I want to talk, this topic is purely about backgrounds, some thoughts and details about them, and managing them properly through lighting, lens selection, and so forth. Now, I'm using a couple of different lights as I light the background. There's one, which is, I'm going to set this to the side, which is the background fill. For us, this background fill is 4 by 6 foot Larson softbox. Does it have to be? Yes. No, I'm just teasing. It doesn't have to be that. A lot of it depends on your space. It does have to be Larson though, but it doesn't have to. It depends on your space. We're teasing you. But we have the space, and we're working our subject a long distance from the background, which I do intentionally. My goal, and I understand, truly understand, what it means to have a lack of space. I've worked in ceilings that are 7.5 foot tall and camera rooms not much different than a bedroom, the size of a bedroom. So I've been there, done that. So I'm talking about ideally what we want to do. If I can get my subjects far enough away from the background, for me, the further away the better, then I can light in layers. In other words, I can light my background as if it were my subject. I can light my subject as my subject, and they're independent of each other. That is what I prefer. Does it always work that way? No, certainly not. It doesn't always work that way. But you need to understand this premise so that as you're short of that, or as you have obstacles, you understand what potential is, and then you understand what you have to do under various scenarios. So, what we're going to do is we're going to light our backgrounds in 2 different ways. One is a background fill. I call it a fill because its goal is to just give us a wash of light and raise the value of the background. Remember when I opened, I said a white background can be black? Well, it can. And so I want to raise the value of that, because if I get my subject far enough away, then that light falls off if it's feathered, or if it's like some type of a gobo. You gobo that light, or if you have what I prefer really are key lights that have a little baffle around them and you feather it off, the light's going to fall off of that background. So this light right here is designed purely to raise the volume of the light. This light right here, the background spot, is really to add the personality and the depth. See if I can aim it at you there. See that? All right. Little 10-degree spot on there, which is what I prefer. And it gives me a splash of light. Now, remember that to create an illusion of depth, you have highlight and shadow. That creates the illusion of depth because dark recedes and light moves forward visually. So if everything's even, then you don't have that depth in your photograph that you want, or the illusion of it. So this is the personality right here. And I call this light my red-headed stepchild because, you know, I think it's overlooked, misunderstood, and underused way too much. I think this light, which will be used as a background splash, a spot, is ignored because people think, well, you know, I got to aim it, I got to think about it. But my goodness, what it does to a background and how it fulfills the vision of the artist, or in backgrounds like this, how it creates a level of dynamics or drama. And it doesn't have to be a bunch, it can be to whatever degree you choose. And it'll really flex your lighting muscle. People will look at that and go, whoa, they know what they're doing. And really that's what we're talking about. We're talking about creating things at the next level. Folks, you're professionals. You are professional photographers. Sometimes we just do things that take a little more of our effort in order to show off that we are professionals, not to be like everyone who just ignores those things because they're complicated. So these lights are critical.